You thought Cartoon Network's worst shows were bad. Nickelodeon's are far worse. Now, I gotta throw this out there. Some of the stuff in here is gonna be similar to what Mr. Enter said in some of his reviews lately from Animated Atrocities, but he's right about, these kinds of shows. It's almost, I was gonna say that stuff, but, well, he got his stuff out first. It's like he snuck into my room in the middle of the night and just sucked stuff from out of my brain or something. I don't know. But, alright, before I start, if you somehow like these shows, then that's great. I'm gonna question how anyone can like some of this stuff, especially the top 10. But, go ahead, say why you like it, but don't sound like some butthurt douchebag fanboy or fangirl, or in some cases fantard. Then just, don't even write. Nickelodeon, okay, Cartoon Network has, vastly improved, although there are still bugs to work out, and I do not take back any of the bad things I've said about Cartoon Network, because they've come a long way since the dark days between, 2007 and 2009. However, they still make such dumb decisions and look like hypocrites when they say, oh, toy sales are everything, when some of their shows don't even have toys associated with them. Nickelodeon, even after the dark days of 2007 to 2009, they have yet to even make an improvement. It's mind-boggling. So, with that out of the way, let's take a look at all the pieces of shit, the top 20 worst episodes that Nickelodeon has ever put on. And I'm only doing Nickelodeon. I'm not including, Nicktoons Network, Teen Nick, or Nick at Night, alright? This is just Nickelodeon. Okay? So, let's hope I don't kill myself. People, this was the show that was signs of what was to come from Nickelodeon. So, what is this? Well, the Naked Brothers Band, it's weird. It's something fictional that takes place in the real world. Like, real. Like, something like this. Not a fictional real world, the real world. About this fictional band whose name sounds like the name of a porno. Seriously, the Naked Brothers Band. I know bands have, kind of kooky names and creative, but this is the only one I've ever heard of that sounds like the title for a porno. And it stars these two brothers who really don't do much. They write songs, and then there's their band, which, none of them are memorable. This show is just really boring, and just pointless to make, quite frankly. I mean, I almost fell asleep watching this show. I never cared for it, and it never should have been made. Probably the best thing about this show is that it didn't have a laugh track. Oh my god, if it had a laugh track, then this would have been higher on the list, but thank God it didn't. I don't know what to say, quite frankly. The premise is this chick named Tori, who is Victoria Justice. Oh boy. Actors using their names in a fictional show. Yeah. I wonder where I've seen that. And, well, she goes to this place that's a music school. That's probably very expensive. I'm sure we can all relate. Right? No. This show has gotten maybe a few laughs out of me, but this show, it's it's forgettable. Sometimes I forget it even existed, quite frankly. The songs, okay, but nothing special. The cast really lets it down. No one's interesting. No one could really hold my attention. It's just, they're not really cut out for acting. Especially Cat, my god. Why does shows, even the bad ones, need a retarded character? Just why? This... I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's pretty boring, quite frankly. It's not a good show to watch. How do I describe this show? Well, it's like you take... Oh, let's see. You take Lab Rats, and The Incredibles, and try to mash... Oh yeah, and Good Luck Charlie, and try to mash them together. The Thundermans are a superhero family. Yay! Yay, way to rip off The Incredibles, you motherfuckers. Oh my god. So, yeah, that's basically the premise of the show. Everyone has superpowers of some sort, and I would run over, you know, what each character has, but I don't care. Ugh, just... Oh yeah, also, there's a set of twins in this show. One's a superhero, the other's a supervillain. Ha 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 ha. Again, where have I seen this before? Yeah, twins, you know, or, you know, bro, sister, brother, sister. One's a hero, not exactly super, but some sort of hero, and the other is a villain. Wow. And I thought Johnny Test was unoriginal. This, oh my god. Oh yeah, the effects suck too. They are just... Oh boy. Again, Power Rangers has better effects than that. And I'm not insulting Power Rangers in any way, shape, or form, but this is terrible. Oh yeah, also very boring, very unfunny, as the annoying ass laugh track that laughs at, you know, unfunny shit. Oh, she's grabbing spoons with her magnetic hand. Ha 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 ha! Oh, look, the little girl is using her laser beams to cook dinner. Ha ha! We've seen all this before. This is a throwaway show, people. That's what the Thundermans is. A throwaway show, and it never should have been made. Then again, everything else on this list never should have been made, but, you know, it was made anyway. When there's more deserving stuff out there that, you know, deserves a better chance than this shit. Like the Naked Brothers Band, iCarly was basically the show that foreshadowed what was to come from Nickelodeon. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably expected this to, you know, be in maybe the top 10, but there's worse than this. And I'll admit, it gave me some laughs. I mean, I'll give it that, but I mean, this is just so unrelatable. I mean, they have an internet show. Woohoo! And, you know, they're very popular. They're internet stars. Yeah! That's probably relatable if you're a YouTube whore. Or you're actually one of the few people that, you know, just do your own thing and manage to, you know, get your own audience. Yeah. Quite frank, and even on the show, iCarly, their web show, which is just stupid, they do some of the dumbest things ever. Nothing's funny. Space cheerleader. Let's see what happens when you put a bike pump in someone's pants. Ha! That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, the laugh track, it's not nearly as annoying as some of these other shows, but it can get annoying. But overall, iCarly is a dud. And I'm glad it's done. And oh yeah, why do all the episodes have the word have I in it? It's like you're whoring yourself out to Apple. Ugh. It's like Johnny Test having Johnny in every shoehorn in every single episode title. Then again, Ed, Edd, and Eddy also did that, but they did it better. What's next? Okay, what's the best way to describe this? Alright, well, let's see. It's kind of like one of the worst horror comedies. You know what? It's not even horror. It's, you know, some that's in the horror genre that's just as a comedy. So what's it about? Well, this one bitch moves into a house with her 2 daughters, and the house is haunted. That was terrible. And, well, it's haunted by this ghost dad and his 2 sons. What a coincidence! And that's it. Nothing really out of the ordinary happens, aside from, you know, crappy ghost gags, which, yeah, again, we've seen this before. We have all seen this before. I don't care if it's a kid's show, even kids have seen this before. Again, just unoriginal, unfunny, fucking annoying laugh track. You might notice that I'm repeating myself. Well, that's because these shows feel like the same thing! I must be going crazy or something. Haunted Hathaways, you're gonna haunt my nightmares because you're just so bad. Oh! Spin-offs! Ugh. And spoilers, this isn't the only spin-off on this list. Sam and Cat, well, it's a spin-off of Victorious and iCarly. And, well, this was originally much higher on the list, but after thinking it through, I bumped this back. Don't worry, we'll talk about that show later, but it's going to be in the next part, so you're not going to hear about it. So, what's it about? Well, you know, Sam, of course, has no Carly anymore, so, you know, she went out to Los Angeles on her motorcycle and found Cat doing shit. And, well, they move into an apartment, and, well, to pay the rent, they basically rip off Jesse. Yeah, that's the plot. And annoying laugh track, unfunny moments, boring, and just forgettable characters, blah, 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 blah. I already talked about this. Matter of fact, I already talked about the 2 shows that this show spun off from. Yeah. It seems like that a show that is spun off from 2 separate shows usually fails. The only other one I can think of that ever did this was Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain, and that show sucked. So yeah, Sam and Cat, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Dan Schneider, you gotta stop writing the same damn thing all over again, because it gets unfunny, and even more unfunny the more you do it. This show might as well be renamed to The Stereotype Show, because everything is just stereotypes, cliches, and just crap. The show revolves around this bitch named Casey, who was once a bitchy girl, was popular, and then she got braces and glasses, and all her popular friends turned her down. Yes, because we all know that braces and glasses together makes you a fucking nerd. and just ugly and so many other things. What a great thing to teach kids, fuckers. And so, you know, she's like, I'm gonna express myself and just be my own person. Yeah, this is cliche. Just, you know what? And then they make a band, which, you know, I'm starting to get tired of talking about this, because it's the same damn thing over and over again. Oh yeah, and also, there's this rival band named the Perfs. Oh my god. I thought Disney was bad with this. Oh my god. When you're worse than Disney at this sort of shit, then you might as well kill yourself. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Let's move on to something animated. Maybe I'll calm down. This isn't what I meant! Oh my god. Rabbids Invasion. This show is a spin-off from the Rayman games. Rayman, you know, and, you know, even the spin-off games that just had the Rabbids, which are these rabbits that are most likely on drugs. It's an annoying-ass show based off an annoying-ass franchise. Annoying-ass video game franchise. I mean, this is more annoying than the Bubsy pilot ever was. You know what? This is basically Bubsy of our time. It, you know, tries to shove stuff in your face. More games, more games, more games. And no one wants it. But apparently it's popular enough with probably the kids that were probably crack babies that it got its own show on Nick. What did the Rabbids do? I don't care. They just dick around. They like suck themselves up in vacuum cleaners. They just are like, they go around like zombies. This is entertainment? What if we... How low have standards become for some like this to be greenlit? Actually, you know, they could get a lot lower because this is only part 1. Just, oh my god. I don't care if you like the Rabbids games. First of all, the Rabbids games suck. Everyone I know don't like the Rabbids games. They find them annoying. And the show, it's even more annoying. You know, I never really saw Monsters vs. Aliens. I've seen bits of it, but I haven't seen the entirety of it. So when this show was announced, I was like, I don't really care. Yeah, and also from what I've heard, people that saw the movie and then saw this, it's nothing like the movie. Basically, the show's the same thing. Our monsters, which consists of some bitch, blob of goo who isn't Seth Rogen anymore, Bale, cockroach guy, and, like a shrunken down version of Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. And, well, they go out and try to fight and defeat aliens of the week. And that's it. That's basically it. I didn't laugh at all in this show, with this show, at all. Not at all. The storylines, quite frankly, I was bored with them. The show was boring. And, well, just... was Monsters vs. Aliens really that popular that it got a spin-off? Or, you know, DreamWorks needs more money? Because, you know, they because why not? Just, this show, ugh. This is definitely a show that just shouldn't have been made, even though, you know, everything else shouldn't have. But this, I mean, who was demanding Monsters vs. Aliens the show? Who? I guess it's better than a crappy sequel, considering, well, DreamWorks doesn't really have that great of a track record when it comes to sequels. I'm looking at you, Shrek franchise. Shrek the Third and Shrek 4. Fuck those movies. But Monsters vs. Aliens, quite frankly, skip it. Watch the movie. Or, you know, get out your toys and play Monsters vs. Aliens. That's much better. When this show was announced, I was pretty excited. I liked the first Madagascar movie. Second one, it's alright, and I have yet to see the third movie, but, I mean, hey, a TV show that's, you know, centered around the penguins? What could go wrong? Plenty. Well, first off, well, you can only assume it takes place after the third, although this was released before the third movie, so I guess, you know, it takes place after the third. The stories are a little repetitive, and unlike Fairly Odd Parents, they don't try to kind of mix it up. And also, King Julian. King Julian is so annoying. So annoying. He never shuts up. I know that's, you know, kind of part of the character, but they just really went overboard in this show. I mean, my God, he's like a bigger attention whore than he was in the movies. And Maurice and Mort are essentially the same, and then they threw in this otter character, which I don't really remember anything about because I didn't care. And, well, the penguins, it seemed that some of their character just got sucked out. They're not as cool as they were. They're just there. Yeah, this was just very, very disappointing, and just Nick wasted opportunity. Wasted. So, yeah. That is the end of part 1. And, well, I'll try not to blast my brains out in part 2. See you then.